5 athletes picked at random will be undergoing anti-doping tests. The results will determine future participation in international games. The National Anti-Doping Organization of Belize is collecting samples from 5 athletes who will represent the country at the 10th Annual Central American Games in San Jose, Costa Rica from March 3rd to the 17th. Athletics, football, softball, volleyball, and basketball will be selected by doping control officers to provide samples to be tested for enhancement drugs. While only 5 samples will be taken during the next 2 days, by the end of the year, 5 other random checks will be conducted. The athletes who have adverse analytical findings will be placed into ADAMS, the World Anti-Doping Agency data bank, where their names will be flagged. If tested positive, an athlete will not be allowed to represent the country in international outings and can be banned for a minimum of 2 years.
This is the second time we are taking the out of competition test. It is the first time we're doing it just before our major games. The Central American Games is the smallest of the games on the IOC calendar, but it is the only games that we send the biggest contingent from this country to. Based on that, and mandated by the Regional Anti-Doping Organization, we must execute 5 out-of-competition tests, and these tests are random selection for the athletes. The disciplines we're looking at: athletics, softball, volleyball, football, and basketball. The 5 major sports. And between the hours of 6 this morning and midnight on the 23rd, 5 out-of-competition tests will be executed by the National Anti-Doping Organization. The athletes, they don't know who they are. It is unannounced. They will get to know that they are selected when the chaperone, who is trained, will execute the warrant to them, and they have 1 hour after that warrant is executed to make themselves available to the doping control officers. There are: 1, they will not be able to represent the particular discipline. They will not be allowed to represent the country of Belize. The result management comes quickly, which means that they will go before the results management committee. Those are the lawyers. Belize do have a member on the regional results management committee. They will hear the case. It's a live case. They will hear, and they will decide the fate of the athlete. The sanctions are normally 2 to 4 years in the first instance. After a second sanction, the athlete will be banned for life.
The process is strict because if an athlete does not present himself to the doping control officers within 1 hour of receiving the warrant, he will be deemed positive. The athlete will be given another opportunity, and if he or she violates again, then they will be entered into ADAMS for a positive test. In 2012, Cleon Coleman of the Belize national volleyball team tested positive and had to go before a results management committee to present his case and was given a 6-month sanction. Also, in 1997, the national men's softball team of Belize was stripped of the silver medal at the Central American Games when one of its players tested positive for a prohibited substance.